Hello, and welcome to Filmsquatch, the podcast where two guys from the Deep South watch and review movies about Bigfoot. It's that simple. Each episode takes a look at a single film about a Sasquatch or a Yeti, and the guys break it down for you. Patrick and Kendall are true believers, but they're too old, too fat, and too lazy to get up off their sofas and go hunt for a Sasquatch themselves. So they just sit back and watch movies about them. Now, let's head over to the Filmsquatch screening room, where Patrick and Kendall are ready to discuss their latest film.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Filmsquatch. I'm Patrick Bennett, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. Kendall, the crazy Cajun Fontenot. Hey Kendall, what's up?
Hey Patrick. Oh man, not much. Just recovering from a fun night last night. We'll talk about that later.
All right, man. Okay, today we got found footage, the making of the Patterson project. And it's a new Bigfoot mocumentary, okay? And it just came out. I mean, it's been out maybe 2 weeks. Came out. It's on Apple and it's on Amazon. You can go rent it or buy it. So go check it out. And I'll tell you this: while Kendall was out in the forest last week looking for Bigfoot, I did an interview with Brennan Keel Cook, who's the male lead in this film. So. I mean, Kendall, I hope you at least saw Sasquatch while you were out there, and you didn't have time for us. But but anyway, let's take a look at that interview right now, and then we'll be back with Kendall and myself, and we'll review the film. So we'll be right back.
Come on in. Oh, thank you. Now it's really starting to feel real. Look at this, man. So I've had the idea of doing a horror film, found footage, and then of course Bigfoot has always fascinated me. You're totally forsaking the integrity of the movie.
If we have no money, there is no movie, there is no integrity. This is a napkin, and we'd like it on an actual check.
No.
Yes.
We got a lot of problems happening right now, man. I don't want to tiptoe around anything. But the thing about it is, you have to look at it like a challenge. This is how you show your worth as a filmmaker.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe? We got him! Yes! No. Did you get me? We're making a movie right now.
Take one.
What was that? That doesn't look good, man. Oh, dude. Natalie!
Yeah.
This is so good!
You make the lemonade when it's not the fruit you wanted. When it's not the fruit you wanted.
All right, we're back with Brennan Keel Cook, and we're going to jump right in here and talk to him about his new film. So, Brennan, tell our listeners who you are and exactly what you do.
Yeah, well, my name is Brennan Keel Cook. I live in Los Angeles, and I'm an actor. I'm an actor. Oh,
All right.
A little kit and caboodle.
We brought you on Filmsquatch today. We want to talk about your new film. It's brand new. It just came out. What was it, like last week? It came out on Apple TV.
Yeah, the 24th of June. Yeah.
Yep. And it's called Found Footage: The Making of the Patterson Project.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I watched it when it came out. You can rent it or purchase it on Apple. and I just want to get you on here and talk to you about it for a minute before before it's an old movie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right
so,
on. Thanks for taking the time, man.
so Brandon, can you give us a elevator pitch about the synopsis of this film?
Absolutely. It is about it's about this young budding filmmaker who is looking to make his first found footage horror film. And that process is being documented by a group of French documentarians. And then the film itself turns into a found footage horror film. So it's found footage meets mockumentary, very much like in the style of Christopher Guest films like Best in Show and Waiting for Guffman and A Mighty Wind,
Right.
and Rob Reiner's Spinal Tap.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
it's a
tell
riot.
us, you're the star in this film. You play Chase. So
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the character that you play.
Yeah, Chase. Chase, he's an overzealous, just nothing will stop this guy from making his debut feature film. He's got a group of ragtag associates, his girlfriend, his best friend, who's also his associate producer, and then he met this furniture salesman who ends up being his lead producer. And it's a group of them going out in the middle of the woods, the Sequoia Seven Rivers National Forest, to make this movie. So nothing will stop Chase. And we all know that with independent filmmaking, there are speed bumps and pitfalls along the way, and it's just about how you pick yourself up after those. You take those L's and you keep going. Right? That's
Absolutely.
Chase. We all know what that feels like. I don't know if you've seen him. Have you seen the documentary American movie that came out in '99?
Is that the one about the Coven?
Yes.
I remember that one. That was good.
Mark Borchardt. Yeah. Well,
yeah, I love that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, it's incredible. And there's a lot of the spirit of American movie lives in our movie. And my character also. I drew a lot of inspiration from Mark
Awesome.
because
Or should I say Coven?
Coven. Yeah, that's right. Not
he
Coven.
kept calling it. Yeah.
Yeah, he called it Coven.
So tell us, how did you get involved with this movie?
It's a funny story, man. I mean, so the director, Max Zanis, and also his co-writer, David San Miguel, and then their DP and editor, Jacob Souza, they make up this cinema collective called Dirty Shot Clean. And the reason I'm involved with those guys is a year prior, this was during the tail end of the pandemic, they made their debut feature film called Et Tu, which is about a regional director who's driven to madness during a production of Julius Caesar. And I was in that film. That film is coming out this month, actually. It's coming out July 25th on VOD, so keep an eye out. But so Max's wife, Jacqueline, went to high school with me. And we didn't talk for years and years. She must have remembered me, but she hit me up on Instagram and said, my husband's doing his directorial debut. It's called Et Tu. Would you like to audition for it? I think you might fit one of the supporting roles. And it was during the pandemic. I was like, yeah, sure, of course. I'll totally read for it. And cut to, I got the part and we're shooting the movie, and it's with Lou Diamond Phillips and Malcolm McDowell, and we wrapped that up in 2022, and so they kept me in mind for this project. It's funny, man. We were supposed to do this like gritty thriller that they wanted me to be in, and then they took me to. We had coffee one day, Max and me and the boys, and they were like, "Hey, man, how do you feel about doing a mockumentary instead?" I was like, "Oh, that's a hard pivot." But hey, sure, man. I love mocks. I love Christopher Guest. I love Spinal Tap and The Office and all that. So sign me up, man. I'm ready. Let's go. So that's how it all came to fruition for me. They were kind of already in pre-production for the movie, and I kind of got tagged on like a month or two into the process. But yeah, lo and behold, we shot a mockumentary.
So how long did it take you to shoot this?
We had 13 shooting days. 13,
that's quick.
Yeah. I think 13 days spread over, I think, 2.5 weeks. We shot the first 4 or 5 days in LA, and then the rest were all at Camp Nelson at the very southern tip of Sequoia in California.
Yeah, it was beautiful out there.
It's gorgeous, man. It's gorgeous. The locals are great. We had like a couple days off. We would go into town, and we'd go to one of the local bars. We'd all have like a beer with the locals, and the people out there tell us their stories about Bigfoot and Sasquatch. And we were really tempted. We took our Super 8 camera out there and got some interviews with locals, and we were so tempted to stitch those interviews into the movie.
Oh yeah.
We were sick, but no, we didn't do that.
Well, let me ask you personally, what was the hardest part for you in the making of this movie?
Well, the thing about it, man, is that the script was great. The script was hilarious, but the movie, there were certain sections of the script that were literally like there was no dialogue. It would just tell you how the scene would go, just give you like the bones of the situation. And the movie wasn't heavily reliant, but it was reliant on improv and being able to riff and work off of the actors around you. And I'd never worked like that before. So the way we did like in three phases. We do the first take, get what's on the page. If there is something on the page, get it for safety. Boom, we got it. Next take, let's play off of each other, kind of go off roading here. And then by the third one, just go freaking crazy and let's see what happens, And for me, I'm usually casted a bunch of dramas. I play a lot of, just some real gnarly dramas. So it was really fun to be able to do to pivot and do something different, like a comedy, and then of course adding the improv on top of that was a whole new way of working, which I really enjoyed. But it's you grow and you learn, and for me it was I wouldn't say it was difficult necessarily, but it was a new way of working. I wasn't used to it.
Great. Let me ask you this: did you have a favorite scene?
Favorite scene to shoot or favorite scene to watch?
To shoot. Well, both. You have an overall favorite.
There was this. Well, I could probably talk about this. I'm sure it's fine. But there was a sequence in the movie. You've seen the movie? Have you seen it?
Sure.
Okay. The audition sequence in the movie we're reading. With the audition sequence where we're auditioning different people to be in the movie within the movie. We auditioned the Sasquatch actors and stuff and had them do the walk.
Oh yeah.
Most of those people are real people. So what we did is we put an ad on Craigslist and made it feel like there was a real movie called The Patterson Project, directed by Chase Bradner, being shot, And so these actors showed up and and we all stayed in character. It was me and the actor played Mitchell and Natalie and Dean, who played Frank. We were in character. It was kind of a Sacha Baron Cohen-esque way of doing, Nathan Fielder way of setting up the scene. And then the people who come in, the ones who are not recurring in the movie, those are all strangers. Those are all people actually thinking they're auditioning for the Patterson Project. So all those reactions and all those sequences are absolutely real. And so our job was to keep up the illusion that this is a real movie and I'm a real guy named Chase and I really do talk like this and you got to listen to my direction and let's do the walk one more time, man. Like you have to. For me, it was like the craziest exercise in improv and at the same time, it's so hard to audition, man, and people get nervous and we weren't poking fun at these people at all. Like we how hard it is to audition for things, and they ended up making it in the movie, but we were nice at the same time. It was just a really interesting way of I've never done anything like that before in my life. And by the end of the day, as fun as it was, I fell asleep on set. I was so exhausted.
I'll tell you something I really liked, a scene that I really liked. It was you and your furniture store producer.
Dean,
and y'all were at the old lady's house, sitting at the table with her. And I love what y'all did to get her, or what your producer did to get her to give you money. That was hilarious.
Not insane,
and what y'all had to do to live up to that promise you made to her,
Dude, that's all Max and David, man. They wrote
that.
It.
Was awesome. I like that.
I'm glad. Yeah, thanks, man. I'll pass that along. They'll love to hear that. They wrote something hilarious, man. They wrote a great movie.
Yeah. So what did you feel about the finished film? Were you happy with everything?
Look, man, it might be my favorite thing I've ever been a part of. Awesome. It was so impressive to me. the nature of a project like this, we had 3 cameras rolling. So we got so much footage, and there's so much ended up on the cutting room floor. Like talk about killing your darlings. There were jokes in there that I was certain was going to make it in the final edit, and it didn't. But that being said, we shot all this freaking footage, and there's so much clay to work with. I didn't even know how Jacob, our editor, was going to be able to shape it into any cohesive story, let alone something within 90 minutes running time. It, blows my mind. But lo and behold, man, I was super impressed with they just kept the story going. We didn't linger on anything. It was moving. We got the comedy, and then we got the, everything unravels at the end. It was just, I was so pleased with it and impressed that they were able to shape something out of all that, all that mayhem and chaos that we were shooting for 13 days. Yeah, I'm super pleased with it. Super.
Let me ask you this: after you saw a finished cut of the film, was there anything that looking at it then that you would like to go back and do differently than what you
always, always, man. Everything I touch, I'm like, God, if only I had one more strike at that, or one more shot at one. That's always the case, and maybe that's just the nature. I mean, a lot of people say that it's just perfectionism. It's just. Of course you want to go back, and I would say that differently, right? I would consider this, or be more thoughtful, or I'd be more patient, or I would listen more. I would, always. You can't beat yourself up over it so much. These things, you're always going to feel that way, no matter how much you give it your all.
Sure.
It is what it is. But yeah, the answer is yes, but it is what it is, and that's just a constant.
So now that the film's over and everything, did you get to go to any film festivals with the movie?
No, man. We went right to distribution. We didn't even get to do the film festival thing. We just it was a really odd, unorthodox way that the movie rolled out. We shot it, and then Jacob had a cut of the movie, like I want to say as early as a month, 4 weeks later. He had a cut.
That's dedicated.
Yeah, man. It was their full-time job. They quit their jobs, and they put everything they had in this movie. And I commend them for that. But no, so they had a cut, and then I don't really know the order of operations, but soon after they got a manager from the cut that they had, and then they got repped by UTA shortly after, and then the folks, I believe their manager sent a cut of the film to Radio Silence, the film collective that did Scream.
Okay.
I'm gonna butcher this, but yeah, they did Scream, Abigail, and Ready or Not. They saw it. They're like, "Yo, we gotta do something with this. We would love to present it and put it under the banner of our company and help you guys get this out to the world." So we were like, absolutely. So that kind of expedited the process. And so we didn't even really, as much as I would have loved to, we didn't really get to do any of the festivals, And this is what's funny is that this does feel like a festival darling. It feels like when you'd show at Midnight Madness and people would get drunk and wasted and watch it and throw spoons at the screen, Like it just wasn't the destiny of the film. It was just like, oh, by the way, we're doing a screening for buyers, and then Vertical comes out of nowhere, and they're like, yeah, we'll buy it, and we'll distribute it and put it out there. And so that was kind of the way things that's how the cards laid out for us. It was like, we shot the movie, a year later got reps, a year later after that it's out.
So let me ask you, anybody that hasn't seen the film yet, where can they watch it? I saw it on Apple. Is that the only place you can get it right now?
Apple and Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah, you can rent or buy it. I think renting is just like $7. You can rent it on Apple or Amazon's VOD. Yeah, those are the two places. And then I think we're working on some deal for international sales, and to get it out to just beyond the UK, Ireland, and the US. We're gonna try to find some other means to get it out to the rest of the world as well. And then after that, I think after like a certain amount of time, then it'll be released on like possibly Hulu and Netflix or something like that. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, something like that. It'll make the rounds. But for right now, you can catch it on Amazon and Apple.
Good. Are there any plans for like a physical media release, like Blu-ray or anything like
Man,
that?
I hope so, man. I hope
Yeah, I'd like to
so.
own
Maybe
this on
I
Blu-ray.
should ask. I'm a physical. I'm a hard. I need like DVD or Blu-ray or even
Sure, yeah,
VHS, bro. I'll take a VHS copy of this. I want it, man.
yeah.
I
We
want it.
bring back Blockbuster.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly,
Yeah.
man. Dang, take me back, please. Yeah, man. I don't think it exists right now, but that's a good question. I'll have to look into that. I'm sure it will eventually down the line. It'll be a hard copy of it somewhere.
Yeah.
So,
So is there a website for your film where people can go and check it out?
there's a website. Yeah, there is a website. I believe it's called pattersonproject.org. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
And it's dude, it's awesome, man. Again, our editor and cinematographer Jacob, he's just a tech whiz, and he made this whole website dedicated to the finding of the people who went missing from the shoot in the movie within the movie. So looking for Dean and Chase Bradner and Natalie and and all the characters in there. Like if you have any information, and they even bought a phone number that you can call,
Oh wow.
and the
That's
demon
good.
picks up the phone. It's I think it's 1-844 Pat Proj, PROJ.
That's
You call
awesome.
that number, the demon Andras is going to answer the phone, and it's a pretty fun bit. And the same thing with the website, man. It's a bunch of Easter eggs, and if you click on this area over here, there's a jump scare, and if you click on this link, it'll take you to this TikTok that's made for one of the characters. And this, it's just a really fun, creative thing that they threw together. So I believe it's the pattersonproject.org. I
I'll have
believe
to
it's
check
something
that
like that.
out.
It's
Do you have
fun,
any
brother.
like merchandise on there? Can people buy shirts or posters or anything?
Posters. Posters is something that I believe they have, and I think you can. That's a great question. Shirts, not so much. Posters, I believe you can find that. I feel like I'm forgetting something. There also the guy who co-wrote it with Max, David San Miguel, who did the music for the film. His music is on Spotify. The songs there's a couple of songs in the movie that you can also listen to on Spotify. That's about the extent of merchandise.
All right. So I'm assuming the title refers to the Patterson Gimlin film.
Yes, sir.
That's what I
Yes,
thought.
sir.
See, when I first
1967.
read the title before I ever saw a trailer, and definitely before the movie, I
Yeah.
thought maybe it was going to be about the Patterson Gimlin film.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you were
yeah,
going to play Patterson, and he
yeah.
was going to be out there trying to make that film. Making it.
That's a
So,
good assumption. That's a safe assumption, man. A lot of
yeah.
folks thought that was going to be the case, and then yeah, you thought you ordered strawberries, but you got blueberries.
Yeah,
It is
some
what it is.
nice
But
ripe blueberries, though.
yeah, okay,
Without a
good, good.
doubt.
I hope you weren't let down.
No, no, I really thoroughly enjoyed. I want to say anybody that hasn't seen it, you need to go right now and rent it or buy it and check it out. You're going to love it. Liked everything about it. It's a fun movie.
Right on, brother.
So,
Thank you, man.
y'all
Thank you.
definitely did a great job. So let me ask you, Brennan, you have anything else you want to add that I didn't cover?
I mean, look, I'm just really freaking. It's not often I say I'm just really proud to be a part of this project. I never feel that way. I'm always thankful that I'm a part of something. It's so hard to get things made, and it's so hard to keep the workflow constant and frequent. But I'm so freaking proud of this movie and the people who made it. The cast and crew were freaking dynamite. And I've seen the movie. I'm not kidding. I mean, I don't want to gas them up, but I've seen the movie like 20 times at least, and I don't get sick of it, man. I find something to laugh about. It's such a great ensemble piece. I find something funny every time I watch it, something new. So if you do watch it, for any of your listeners or anyone, I mean, just if you do see it, please tell us your thoughts on Letterboxd. Go on there, give us a rating. You liked it, you didn't like it, just throw it up on there. We really appreciate the feedback, and the fact that you took the time to watch it. Yeah, just really stoked on it, man.
And let me ask you one final question.
Yeah.
Before this project, had you
Yeah.
ever watched any Bigfoot movies before?
I've seen the Patterson Gimlin footage.
You never saw
what,
Legend
no,
of
man.
Boggy Creek or Harry and the
No, I don't think I had, man. I was gonna see the Sunset Sasquatch movie that came out last year that went to Sundance with Jesse Eisenberg.
Right.
but I ended up not being able to. I wasn't able to catch. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I assumed you would, but yeah, that was as close as I got. That
All
was
right.
as close as I. And there's another one called the 15 Facts You Didn't Know About Bigfoot. Number
I have the
15.
DVD. I have not watched it yet.
Right on, right on. That one I've seen clips from and scenes from. It looks pretty fun. I think it's like a
Yeah.
spoof on Vice, but
Might check
I'm
that out
not.
this weekend.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. But no, man. To be honest, I don't think I have. My goodness. No, you got any recs? You got any good recs for me?
Man, there's so many out there. When Kendall and I started this podcast, we had no idea. We thought, there might be 20 Bigfoot movies. Dude, there's like 150 and
No
it's
way,
growing.
man.
I mean, just this year, there's like 5 or 6 people working on Bigfoot feature films, including the one you just made. And in fact, this Saturday, my co-host Kendall and I, we're going up to a place called Trinity, Texas. The
Yeah.
cast and crew of a new film that just wrapped is having a premiere, not a premiere as in they're showing the film, but they're having a party for their film with the cast there. They're going to unveil the trailer and show it. They're going to unveil the new poster for it. And
Nice.
the actual film comes out, I believe, next month. They're going to have a premiere, but they're going to release the tickets you can buy at this party. So we're heading up there. And that film's called The Beast of Trinity, Texas.
Beast
So
of
there's
Trinity.
a lot of people waiting on that one, but there's so many people like you and like filmmakers and writers and everything that we've interviewed over the last 3 years, and there's just more and more every year coming out. So it just blew our mind when we started, But there's a
Awesome,
lot of
man.
fun, and there's a huge fan base for Bigfoot films. It's like
Right on, man. That's
a cool
awesome.
subculture of horror film.
Yeah. You would think it'd be pretty niche, but yeah, it blows my mind. Yeah, there's a new Bigfoot film coming out every now and then. That's great.
All
That's
right,
awesome, man.
we'll definitely get the word out, and hopefully you'll get a couple of million people viewing that film this weekend.
Here we go, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right, Brennan, we appreciate you being on here. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Patrick. You take care.
Have a good one.
All right, Patrick, I want to thank you for interviewing Brennan there. That was a great interview.
Of course.
Had some great insight into the movie. And now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. Let's talk about the movie itself. Why don't you give us a quick rundown on everything, and then we'll go into all the individual things that we rate.
All right, like Brennan was saying, it's a found footage movie about a group of independent filmmakers that are trying to make a found footage movie. They're trying to make their own low budget horror movie, and this is a mockumentary about them doing that. That's what the movie is. And I'll tell you, man, it's a lot of fun. It's got some humorous moments in there, and Kendall, you and I we're getting ready to make a low budget, horror movie ourselves, so we can kind of relate to this. And from other projects that I've worked on in low budget film, I can feel their passion and their everything about this, the making of, that side of it. So yeah, I thought it was cool. I don't know what you want to jump into first. You want to talk about the actors and the acting?
Yeah. I thought they were pretty good.
Yeah,
for
me
the
too.
most part. I really liked Brennan. I thought he did an excellent job.
Yeah,
And
great job.
Erica Vetter as Natalie, the girlfriend,
Yep.
and Chin Tang as Mitchell. Thought he did a great job. In particular, though, I want to talk about Christian T. Chan, who plays Alan in this movie. His Alan, those who haven't seen the film, I'm not going to spoil what Alan is, but
Yeah.
I thought it was just it was a
Hilarious.
fun little twist. It was funny. I mean, I laughed a lot at that.
Yeah.
There were actually a couple of moments in the movie where I actually laughed out loud, and I can't name them because it'll ruin the surprise for everybody else.
Right.
But
Yeah, it was
I
great to
thought
see Dean Cameron in this film as
Absolutely,
Frank,
man.
the furniture selling producer of the film.
Yeah, I mean, summer school, ski school 2. Dean Cameron to me was whenever when late 80s, early 90s, to me, he was one of the coolest guys on basic cable. I
Summer
always,
School. To me, he's the one that made that movie lovable. Summer School.
Yeah.
It wasn't Mark Harmon or the rest
Right.
of the cast. It was him. As Chainsaw. That's what made that movie.
I always thought that Dean Cameron should have been a bigger star.
He is,
than he
man. What you
was.
talking about?
Well, no, I mean he should have been bigger than he was.
He is, man. He's Chainsaw, brother.
I really enjoy Dean Cameron's work in everything he's in, and I mean it's mainly comedies, but man, he's fun. He's good at it. He's funny, and
it's good
I
to
thought
see
he
he's
did a good
still out
job.
there having fun with his work.
Absolutely, absolutely, and yeah, I mean I thought the whole cast did good.
Absolutely,
they played their characters very well. They were scary when they needed to be scary, in a few cases there, and they were funny when they needed to be funny. You can't complain. I don't know what you thought about them, or if anybody stood out for you in particular.
They all did very, very well to me.
Yep.
We'll talk about the cinematography.
Well, the cinematography was basically it was a documentary crew,
right,
following them around, and so you've got a lot of just documentary style shots.
Right.
The camera would intentionally go in and out of focus sometimes.
Right.
And for what it was supposed to be, they executed
I thought
it
it was
well.
adequate for what it was supposed to be, and that's what they were going for.
Right.
So I thought they did a great job with it.
You're not expecting
great to me.
Yeah, you're not expecting these great shots.
Yeah.
These
I mean, it wasn't supposed to be like a James Cameron epic produced type, production crew out there.
Exactly.
It was supposed to be the low budget indie filmmakers, and that's exactly what we get, and it was great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I thought that it was just, I mean, they did a good job with cinematography. You want to talk, what else do you want to talk about on this particular film?
Man, I love the poster. It's got that retro faded kind of distressed look to it. And the one I like, it's got the little VHS logo at the bottom.
Yeah.
And it shows Brennan Keel Cook in the Bigfoot costume without a mask. And he's got that Gimlin pose,
the PG pose.
Pose. That is a hilarious poster, and I want it, man. I want that on my wall. That's awesome. I want to try to track one down. I thought they did a great job.
Yeah, the poster was really cool.
You know just what you're getting. Just it makes you smile, and you want to watch the film.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about the Bigfoot costume?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't get to see the Bigfoot costume a lot in this film. It's involved in one of my favorite moments in the movie.
Yeah.
And it sucks that I can't say what that
well, they'll
is.
find out. They go rent it right when we get off of here, and they hear it. They can go rent it.
But to me, it's one of the funniest moments in the film, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I mean, it looked like a cheap Bigfoot costume.
Yeah, and it's supposed to.
And it's supposed to, yeah.
What they were doing. I mean, it's not supposed to be a Rick Baker, multi-$1,000 costume.
Yeah.
It would fit their needs. And I'll tell you, I was really impressed by the body of it. The long, shaggy hair. That looked great. I haven't seen that type used in a lot of films. It looked distinctively different from most of them that we've seen. Now the head mask, I've got a mask just like that. It's like a bald Bigfoot, and I see they added hair to the top of that. So, but they did make it look good for what they needed, and it fit this movie. This low budget Bigfoot horror film, indie film that they were trying to make, and it was perfect.
And without giving anything away, there is a moment in the film where that suit actually becomes scary. I cannot say when that is, but there is a moment, and it shows how you can take a cheap looking suit and put it in the right situation, and it can be terrifying. And I thought they did a really good job with it.
They nailed it with the costume. They just absolutely nailed it for what they were going for. Yeah.
Yep.
So, well, Kendall, you have a favorite scene? You kind of alluded to it a minute ago. You want to talk any about it?
I have a favorite
without
scene,
giving any spoilers.
and without giving any spoilers away, it's when Bigfoot's walking through the woods. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
Yep, I can't say any more than that because in the movie I busted out laughing in that scene because it's exactly what I've always wanted to see in a Bigfoot movie like this, where they're making a Bigfoot movie, and they delivered. And yeah, that was my favorite scene without giving anything away. How about you, Patrick?
Well, man, I really liked when they were having a casting call to find their Bigfoot, an actor to play it. That whole sequence was great, man. It was gold. I really enjoyed watching that. And there's some other stuff, like when Brennan's character is they find out the main actor that's supposed to be actually shooting from his point of view with the camera can't operate the camera.
Can't do it.
So Brennan's character's got to step in and they got to improvise. That was funny throughout the movie, you know. But I think that was my favorite parts.
Yeah. I also liked whenever they were talking with the casting agent and she got Daniel for him. And that's all I'm going to say about
that. Hilarious.
Yeah. I thought that was funny.
That's hilarious how they played that through.
And in that scene you were talking about where they were casting the actors and the one young lady, she's auditioning for a role and she kind of slumps off. And when she does it, she does the perfect Patterson Gimlin stride, you know. Absolutely. And it pops up later in the movie, but it's funny. I really like that part. I mean, it was cool how it was a horror film, but there was a lot of humor in it. But they didn't get in the way of each other. The humor didn't really deter from the horror, and the horror didn't take away from the comedy in the film. They blended it well in the movie. I thought they did a great job with that.
Well, all right.
Now, what about the music? I didn't really notice a whole lot. To be honest, I didn't notice the music a whole lot.
I didn't. I really didn't pay it. I was so caught up in what was going on the screen. I just didn't pay attention to the music.
I really don't know if there was a lot of music in the film.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. So, with that being said, is there anything else you want to cover?
No, I mean, with what Brennan said about it and what we just talked about, I think that's pretty much all we can say. I don't want to spoil anything, you know. So
yeah.
All
right. Well, with that being said, we'll go straight into the rating system. Ladies and gentlemen, all of our listeners, you guys already know what we're going to do here. We rate the films on a scale of 1 to 10 Bigfoot tracks, with 1 being the worst Bigfoot film ever made and 10 being the greatest Bigfoot film ever made, which in my opinion is The Legend of Boggy Creek. And Patrick, I'm going to let you go first.
Yes, sir.
Because I've got some stuff I need to say. I'm going to let you go first.
All right. Well, overall, man, I loved the film. Okay. Loved it. Thought it was fantastic. Overall, though, I felt the movie was kind of split. Was it a mockumentary or was it a horror film? Because it kind of like goes into it as one type of movie and then all of a sudden it changes direction. I don't know if you follow me there, what I'm talking about. But
I know what you're talking about.
Anybody watches it, they're going to see what I'm talking about. So I didn't know how I felt about that. It's like you go into a football game and all of a sudden it turns into a baseball game. And you're like, what the hell? You know? So I don't know. When I was watching it, it kind of bothered me at first. But then after I watched the film and I sat down and I thought about it more, it didn't bother me anymore. I liked what they did with it. But it is a noticeable change just abruptly almost, you know?
Yeah.
So at first it just didn't, it didn't jive with me, but then I don't know, it just, I accepted it. Okay. And went with it, but it is a very fun movie. Also, I have this problem when we rate our movies. Okay. We rate Bigfoot movies. So there's so many subgenres, you know, there's like action Bigfoot movies. There's a Bigfoot horror movie, Bigfoot comedy movies, Bigfoot sci-fi movies, Bigfoot docudramas, and this is a Bigfoot mockumentary. There's so many. So you've got apples, you got oranges, you got pears, you got bananas. But on our show, we always have to like throw all this fruit in one barrel and rate them all as apples, like they were all apples, and they're not. So it's so hard to compare a mockumentary to a horror film or a comedy to a a docudrama or something. I have the
Right.
worst time doing that. So it can't be done. It really can't. I kind of like the old Siskel and Ebert, how all they do is like I liked it or I didn't like it. They didn't have to give any kind of a rating. But anyway, I just want to say I really enjoyed this one. So I'm going to rate it first as only a mockumentary, a Bigfoot mockumentary, okay? Compared to all
Okay.
the other Bigfoot mockumentaries in the world ever made, past, present. Well, I can't say future, but past and present. I'm going to give this one a 9 for a Bigfoot
Okay.
mockumentary, okay? Now, throwing
Okay.
all these fruits into one barrel and saying they're all apples, which is crazy. I had to think about this hard, but I'm going to give the movie a 7, just compared to other Bigfoot movies.
Okay.
Okay. And I think that's fair.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's really high up
All
there
right.
as a mockumentary, but compared to every other Bigfoot movie ever made, there's hundreds of them. I'm going to set it right there at a 7. I thought it was pretty good what they did. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right.
So, you, sir.
Well, you gave your case. You played your case. For me, number one, this is a good movie. I really enjoyed it. If this were a general review system where this was any kind of movie out there, I'm right there with you with it being, I would say about an 8 as far as just a straight ahead horror/comedy film. I would say it's an 8. However, this is Filmsquatch, and we review Bigfoot movies. And just like you gave me grief with The Dark Divide, I don't consider this a Bigfoot movie.
What?
No, this is a demonic possession film.
Dude, the
that
whole
just
movie,
happens.
they're setting
Whoa,
out to
whoa,
make
wait a minute.
Bigfoot
Let
movie.
me
Dark Divide, they're
hear
setting
me
out
out.
to catch butterflies.
Hear me out.
Go ahead, go
here.
ahead. Crazy Cajun, take the floor. Go ahead.
This movie is a mockumentary about a crew making a film that has a Bigfoot in it. But we only see that Bigfoot creature on the screen for a couple minutes. And the rest of the film, it's a dark comedy and it's a horror film. It feels more like a Blair Witch type movie than it does a Bigfoot movie to me. And I don't and let me say this too. I hate the Blair Witch Project. I think it's the dumbest movie ever made. Brilliant advertising campaign. Terrible film. But this movie's superior to the Blair Witch Project by strides. It's not a Bigfoot movie to me.
All right.
And with that being said,
But Dark Divide was. That has,
yes,
you don't even see a Bigfoot, but that was a Bigfoot movie.
I know that.
And this
but
one, they're
it's a
trying to
Bigfoot movie.
cast a Bigfoot.
It's
They're
more of a
making a
Bigfoot
Bigfoot movie. They
Nope.
have a Bigfoot in a costume, and it's not a Bigfoot movie.
For
but
a
Dark
few
Divide
minutes.
is.
For a few
You
minutes.
Crack me up, Crazy Cajun.
This is a demonic possession film, and because of that, I'm giving it a 2. I'm rating it, a 2 out of 10 on a Bigfoot scale. 2 out of 10. General audience film, it's a 7 or an 8. I really enjoyed this movie. I don't take my rating as a Bigfoot film to be the reason not to watch this movie. This is a good movie. It's extremely well done. I have no major issues with it at all. Dean Cameron's in it. I mean, right there, that gives it 5 stars just because Dean Cameron's in it. But it's not a Bigfoot movie to me. And so I'm giving it 2 out of 10 Bigfoot tracks. I think that's fair for me. That's my opinion.
All right.
It is a good movie. It's a
Yep.
good movie. Check it out. If you like demonic possession films, if you like movies like oh gosh, what was the one with the
butterflies?
No. The one where they're on, I can't remember the name of the movie, where they had the video camera set up in the house.
Oh, the Paranormal Activity?
Paranormal Activity. If you like those types of films, this is better than Paranormal Activity. I mean, Patrick, you know I'm not a huge fan of found footage movies, and for
No,
me to
I'm not
like
either.
this movie, I mean, that's to me that says something for someone like me who hates the Blair Witch Project, which found footage people worship that film, and I just think
All
it's
right.
terrible.
I got to
I
razz you one more time, man.
all
You
right.
take two posters. One shows a butterfly, a big old butterfly on it, and one shows a guy in a Bigfoot costume. Which one do you say is not a Bigfoot movie?
But which one features a Bigfoot researcher and has
Okay,
Bigfoot
which one,
scattered throughout it?
unless
Just
you
because you don't
read
see them,
about the behind the scenes making of, it never says in the entire movie that he has anything to do with Bigfoot research.
but you look at the film as
Or
a
you look at
whole
the poster that's got a guy in a Bigfoot costume striking the Patterson
in a
Gimlet
costume.
pose. And it's
He's in
titled,
a costume.
Patterson.
Yeah, the Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah, found footage, the
All right.
making of the
All
Patterson
right,
project.
folks. I just want to say
I
I
enjoyed the
thought this was
movie.
a very
It's not a Bigfoot
fun,
movie.
enjoyable movie, and go check it out. I really hope we get a Blu-ray release soon because I want to own this one, and I definitely want that poster, man, hang on my wall. That is awesome.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
right now, there's no Blu-ray out yet. But like I said, Apple and Amazon, you can go rent it, purchase it right there. So go check it out and let us know what you think about it. So
Yeah,
all
I
right.
agree with you wholeheartedly that this is a really good movie.
Yeah.
But it's not a Bigfoot movie. I think this is like other than The Dark Divide, this is probably one of the biggest movies, the biggest split for us on a film.
All right, man. Well, we're talking last time. You were asking me about stats of our podcast. So
Yep.
I told you I'd have some this episode. So we've had listeners in 5 countries this past week. So I want to I'll break them down for you. Now this is only the audio version. There's almost just as many people watching the video version on YouTube, but I don't have any stats for that. So could be more
Okay.
countries watching that than are listening. Have no idea. But anyway, for the audio version, I'll tell you that the 5 countries listening this past week were the US, Ireland, Germany, Pakistan, and Sweden. So that's pretty cool. I wonder, is there a Bigfoot creature ever been sighted in Pakistan that you know of?
Not that
That's
I'm
interesting
aware
to me
of.
that we have a listener in Pakistan. Or maybe it's a U.S. soldier stationed in Pakistan listening to us. Could be. No telling.
Maybe so. A U.S.
That
soldier from
soldier needs to
Arkansas
write
or
in and
Washington
let us
State.
know. Say
Yeah,
again?
absolutely.
Yeah.
All of our listeners need to write in
Yeah.
and let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
We want to thank
Tell us a
all of
little
our
bit about
listeners for taking
yourselves.
time to give Filmsquatch some love. And write in and let us know who you are, where you're at, and what your favorite Bigfoot movie is. And we'd like to mention
Absolutely.
you on an episode.
And earlier I said that I was recovering from last night. We're recording this episode on July the 13th, 2025. Last night, you and I were both in Trinity, Texas to celebrate the teasing of The Beast of Trinity, Texas, which is coming out very soon.
Yep.
We went to the Unveiling the Beast party and got to see the trailer for the film. We can't talk about it, but we got to see the trailer for the film. I got there a little bit earlier than you did, and I got to see a little making of the creature itself. That was very interesting. They did not reveal the creature, but we got some insight into how it was made. We got to talk to the cast, got to talk to the crew, got to take some photos with the crack cast and crew, got posters, autographs, all kinds of cool stuff. And if you go to our social media right now, you can see, I know on the Facebook page, Patrick, you posted a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
A lot of photos from the event. I've only got the group photo, you, me, and Terry Weaver, director / writer / actor, and then Lizzie Camp, who is also an actor and a producer in the film, and they've both been guests on our show. And we had to get a photo with them because they're two cool people. And tickets will be available soon for the premiere. I don't know exactly when because they said that it would be coming up soon. They didn't say exactly when.
Right.
But,
and we got to see the trailer for the film.
Yep.
And they released that new poster, which looks great. You know, it's got a lot of like action poses with weapons and stuff. That was cool.
Yep.
And we got to meet the actual mayor of Trinity and the actor playing the mayor of Trinity.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Yeah. And the place that we were at, the Manor in Trinity, Texas, was a real nice venue.
If you can find it.
Yeah, it's kind of hidden away, but it's worth looking for.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, we got lost on the road, Venus and I, and I think at one time I saw Malachi jumping out of a cornfield trying to swat a sickle at us or something as we passed.
Well, I know whenever I was driving up there, what got me was Google had me turn down a road where there was a massive pinhead statue. And
yeah, we saw.
And I was like, oh man, what are we getting into?
It was like
but
pinhead,
no, it
but it looked like Wicker Man, you know.
Yep. Terry and Lizzie and the rest of the cast and crew, they put on a great show last night.
It's fantastic.
We appreciate them letting us be a part of it.
They had a lot of good food too.
Yep, they had good food. They had a bunch of merchandise. Some of it that will never be available again.
Yep.
You know, after last night, and that was pretty cool. So be on the lookout, folks. If you're in the Houston area, Houston or East Texas in general, be on the lookout for that film's premiere coming up very soon. They should be announcing it on their social media in very near future. So keep an eye out for that. And Patrick, we got anything else going on that you want to talk about?
Just the Monster Mango. We can talk about it again coming up August 30th in Falk, Arkansas, home of the Legend of Boggy Creek. It's going to be a fun time. Come on down. We're going to have vendors with Bigfoot items. Our friends at the Boggy Creek Boutique have plenty of Bigfoot items in their store, you know, that you can look at and buy. We're going to have some live music, a food truck, and Filmsquatch will be putting on a pop-up Bigfoot short film festival. We have 10 films already lined up to show you. So from incredible Bigfoot filmmakers around the country. So come check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's free.
It's definitely going to be worth your while. And if you do come, let us know where you found out about the event, you know, whether it was on Facebook or Instagram or on our show or from the boutique itself. And, you know, let us know how you found out about it so we'll know how to get in touch with you guys.
Yeah, and come by our table. We'll have our podcasting equipment set up, and we'd love to interview you, you know, let everybody know who you are, where you're from, and what your favorite Bigfoot movie is.
Yep. And for you folks who aren't able to attend, I'm sure we're going to be recording some stuff there, and they'll be able to, you know, you guys will be able to listen. So you folks in Pakistan and Ireland and all those other great countries, you guys, we're not leaving you out. But it would be really cool if someone from Ireland or Pakistan or any country other than the United States showed up to check out the Monster Mingle. That would be cool.
We'll take that person from Ireland. We'll put him in a Bigfoot costume, and we'll let him do a river dance for everybody attending.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Yep. And, of course, I have to drink a pint. You got to drink a pint of Guinness with our friends from Ireland.
Also, I just want to mention again that Mitch Lang, our filmmaking friend from Louisiana, will be there. He's got a brand new short film that is going to premiere at this event. It's called the Bog Manifest. And if you've seen his Bigfoot feature film from, was it 23 it came out? The Bogman?
I believe so. I'm not sure.
This is a prequel movie to the Bogman. So, and he'll be there. A lot of his cast and crew will be there. They'll be talking about the film. If you're an aspiring filmmaker wanting to make your own Bigfoot movie, come by and talk to Mitch, man. Pick his brain. He's a good guy. He would love to visit with you. And then at the end of the event, when it gets dark, we're actually going to we have a screening of the Bogman with Mitch there present, you know. Be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if you're lucky, you know, when it's all said and done, you're going home, you might get to see the Falk Monster in the flesh. Take the back roads, folks. Follow the creeks.
Yep. But if you
might
do,
get to see the Falcon Monster.
if you do, and your tire blows out or something, and you're out there on that Falk Highway over by Boggy Creek changing your tire, watch your back. Bigfoot's out there.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Filmsquatch. If you like the podcast, please leave us a 5-star review and tell your friends about us. Make sure to like us on Facebook and join in on some of our interactive discussions. Remember, Bigfoot is out there. Watch your back.